Hello everybody and welcome to Factorio. This will be a 0.17 run with Bobs and Angels. Oh, not that one. So if you're wondering why I don't have a face rig in the bottom left, technical issues. I don't know why I decided to do it, but Windows just locked up. Add that to the pile of problems. We're gonna actually go with the real world settings on this, so that we actually have a reason to use trains. For some reason, it doesn't actually show the generated resources here. Not sure what that's about. We're not gonna play on peaceful mode. And yeah, all that actually looks good. Let's get into it. We might actually be able to get to launching a rocket. Actually, we should. Otherwise, the only reason we wouldn't launch a rocket if this series gets discontinued. Alright. Wait. Ooh, not. Okay. I is hell mod. E. There we go. Put that there, and so I'll just put that there. And which menu is it? It's the E menu, of course. And where is stone and iron? Okay. Trying to think. Oh, in the tooltip it actually says. So the first one being iron means that the thing we're going to get off it initially is going to be the first in that list. So for now, rubyite will give us lead. Bobonium gives us tin. Saphirite gives us iron. And stereotype gives us copper. And coal, well, coal doesn't change. We don't have long reach, so that didn't work out as planned. So we'll get some iron. And the next thing we would go for is stone. I think. Yeah, okay. Oh, come on, out of everything. No, wait. Stone is a byproduct of processing. What is going on here? Were we on Saphirite? Okay, there we go. They can only hold one in the output, and I guess for some reason we can't pick it out. Don't know. There's not much point in us holding on to it. I guess we can get some out. So there's our stone. And we'll take some of this and do that and be in total darkness almost. The only reason I could kind of sort of see is because this is up on another monitor that's a bit brighter. Which reminds me, I did not get the one mod that I probably should have got. Roomba's lights. We are getting iron out of this, so we could actually make a burner inserter. And do like that. I think it'll sell fuel. Okay, there's been a serious update. Well, obviously, I think the last time I really played was 0.15. So it used to be to where the burner miner would move about somewhere between 0.8 and 1 product before it actually ran out of fuel. When you first place it down. So they changed it, and that's a welcome change right there. Makes the initial part of the game run smoother. Also, it makes it run smoother for those who use burner miner inserters for the steam power generation. Which makes sense. You will avoid as hard of a death spiral, a power death spiral, if you're to use burner miner inserters. Well, after taking out a small chunk of forest, which in this game is actually the primary mission. They tell you it's launching rockets, but no, the primary mission is to take out the forest. Because, you know, launching rockets is great, but it really matters how much of the forest you destroyed. Alright, the next thing would be stereotype. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, it says, it looks like it's calling for sapphirite, but, yeah, it's actually calling for stone. Wait. I don't know what it's actually calling for. That's weird. Because it didn't look like it actually consumed anything. Also, that's not the one I need. I, as a matter of fact, needed a furnace. I can say that definitely consumes stone. It's weird. But there's that anyway. And a burner inserter. A second one, because I don't pay attention. And this is stereotype, and that is not the one I wanted. And there's that chain. Maybe. It would be if I put it close enough to do anything. Yep. Try this again. By try this again, I mean totally fail. There we go. There's a bit of copper there. know, maybe we can figure out why we can't actually make, you know what, I just realized why we can't make an assembly machine. Yeah, we have to find the lab, basic circuit boards, which are I think part of what we have to have is 10. No, wood and copper. Oh, don't. Which one has the... Oh, come on. Half the stack. Alright, more deforestation. Ever so closer to the ultimate goal of deforesting the entire planet. There we go, after taking the forest down yet another notch. It's getting too big for its britches. We're going to start making... What were we making? Basic circuit boards. That's, that would probably be it. So we need to get, copper and iron. That's not iron. 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 Alright, where was it? It was there. Actually, we need a boiler, a steam engine. I'd be interested to see what this burner electric generator does. So let's pull all that out. Go ahead and make one of each of those. Repair pack 2, why not? So we got those. We need a offshore pump. And I think iron pipe will do us for now. I wish I could remember. I don't think it tells you here, but I think maybe if it was implemented in this, it does. But there was something about different flow rates for different materials. Regardless, we can ignore that for now, right now, because we're only doing a short run, so it won't affect what we're doing. Not yet. And you have to, of course, find the smallest spot of water. If I could landfill this in right here, I would use that. But right now I'm just trying to get something set up. And we get the pump down. We get the boiler. I'm going to pull it 1, 2 away. Do like that. Because I don't remember... Okay, I think there is actually squeak through. That might be in quote marks. Because I don't know... Well, I don't remember exactly where that functionality is coming from in this. I think it might be something that they actually built into the game. Which is just one of the cool things that this developer does. Alright, we've kicked that off. Only sorrow and tears from this point forward. And that will be because of it only gets more complicated. Okay, we need more iron. There we go, those are all full up. Except that needs to take the, get the stone out. Now we can throw that in there, and we can actually research. There you go, base automation for 5 science. Well, 5 automation science packs. What was this? What? Burner assembly machine, steam powered. Okay. I installed a handful of mods. And before the episode ends, I'll think I'll show you the list. But I think one of them actually does this type of stuff. So where you actually get burner and steam-powered versions of things. So we got that rolling along. There's only 3 in there. So let's do that so we can have enough to complete that research. There you go. Well, I guess I can't get too far. I was going to get wood. Anyway. The next one costs 10. Well, because this is for YouTube. There you go, optics. I think one of the first assembly machines I'm going to build is actually just going to build iron gear wheels. That's what it is, right? Yeah. Because that'll speed up the handcrafting. Of course, the idea is to automate everything. There we go. We gave the forest a taste of its own medicine. And now we are going to go over here and research optics. Or we're going to go here. Then we're going to research optics. Alright, what? Okay, it just takes iron. You know, but because it's so different, I think I'm going to build the Steam version of this. This is interesting. Because you can already assume how this one's going to work, but I guess you could assume how both of them work, really. Go away. No. Too far. Yeah, you could assume how both of them work, but this is something I haven't seen before. There we go. Like I said, iron gear wheels. Let's see what you make out of that. Actually, what we can do is cancel all this and throw that in there. See, it makes iron gear wheels a lot faster than I can. And if we take all these out, And now we try to actually make these science packs. Lop off the ones that require the gears. And look at that. Now it's actually... oh, come on. Oh, okay. I was reading it a little bit off. It's the top 3 things. Yeah, now it only takes 5 seconds instead of 5.5 seconds. It's the little things. Like lights. There you go. And I said, let there be light. In 15 seconds. Approximately. Well, that's approximately going. Alright. There's all the dead tree carcasses. They really don't go quite as far as you think. Mostly due to the fact they stacked to 200. And after that really short tree culling session, we now have lights. Huh. You know what I need? Iron plate. Make about 5 of those. I think the next assembly machine we need to make is copper wire. Yeah. Militarize me. Because right now I think it'd be a little bit more beneficial to actually defend. Oh yeah. A nice thing. The Alt key. Lets you see kind of what's going on. Which is nice. It's nice to be able to see. I completely approve of the concept of being able to see. You know what? I completely missed getting these trees knocked back. Let me do that real quick. Remember, always give your power generation the first crack at all burnable resources. Or whatever resource you decide to burn. Because you don't want your power going down. Alright, now we just might have a few gear wheels. Might also put the crushed sapphirite into this iron furnace over here. That might be a good idea. And steertite the same way. Because we really don't need to be carrying that around. It's not quite... Okay, that was ore, not crushed. It's not to it yet, but there will be a point where every slot in the inventory is very, very... what's the word I'm thinking of? Very important. Oh, I just realized that there are some trees down here that need to be taken care of. Oh, we found some oil. Let's get these nasty trees away from this precious, precious oil. We don't want these trees touching any of our resources. Alright, now that military is finished, we can take up arms against the natives here. And what do we need? I believe the shotgun is most effective. Really? It's really iron intensive. Not to worry, we have just a little bit. Yeah, exactly, just a little. And that takes copper. But we happen to have some of that over here. Alright, oh yeah, speaking of the starting pistol, we have to actually take care of that, don't we? So what you want to do is, of course, light up what you're doing. But you want to make a wooden chest and put it down. You want to take that pistol and put it in the chest, but keep the ammo, of course. And you want to... no, not do that. You don't want to take it back out of the box. That means you have to work harder. What you want to do... okay, there it is. I found the right key. You want to shoot it till it becomes this. And that's how you use the starting pistol. Should have done that sooner. But on to the real meat and potatoes. The reason we have the shotgun is to deal with the natives. Yeah, this is a lot more efficient, as you can tell. And, it's almost, I've almost got as much taken down as I do each time I come over to, this terrible place. Come on, there we go. Yeah. Takes out a chunk pretty quick. It works better on denser forest. But all joking aside, it works kind of good for butters too. But I mean, really, you don't want the tier 1 of any of this. You want the next one. Oh, you do want military too. Because this does help defend against the woody natives a lot better. But I was a little bit mistaken. I think... in the non-bonded version, you want the second tier of shotgun shells. I think. I don't know, in games like this, I so rarely play vanilla that I can't really remember. And also have a bad memory, so I only remember useless things. Shouldn't everyone? Alright, I think it's time for a bit of refining. We've been crewed for far too long. So there's that. And that'll complete whenever it feels like. While I'm over here and thinking about it, one of the things I forgot to talk to you about is when you start the game, you want to find your nearest watering hole. You go up to it, of course. And pull a few fishes out with your bare hands. Because what this will do is, well, it's the only way to actually recover health in this game. And while no one plans on getting hurt, believe me, Sometimes you do. And you need something to fight back with. But in all seriousness, human error accounts for approximately 102% of all accidents. Yeah. Those are facts right there. There we go, and now that we have, of course, doubled down, we have twice the bang for the buck. Alright, now that we're back to the Magnum Mini, let's get some mechanical refining. Because we definitely need some refinement. Far too crude. I've made that joke, haven't I? Eh. Regardless, we're pretty crass. Where... There's got to be some stone in here somewhere. Well... I know there's literal stone right here. What I'm looking for is stone brick. Which I think is... Yeah, it would be... there, and... Give me some of that. And... Hurry up. Alright. It will be this and, of course, that. What? So then... Okay, I'm just gonna make one of these real quick. Okay. Somewhere in here. You know what it is? Oh, that's not it. Where is it? You got stone and you got crushed stone. Ah, stone brick. But game? Am I not seeing? Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Oh, I didn't notice that tree. Now I have. Now it's taken care of. Okay. Alright. It was just me not paying attention once again. But now I should be able to take some of that. And what was I doing? Oh yeah. Refinement. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. I do believe that to do that. Oh. What? Okay, now I actually see it. No, I'm just blind. Yeah, I do this. I do that as a challenge to myself. I don't wear glasses at all while recording because why would I? Why would I want to be able to see what I'm doing? You know what we can do with this? We can make a bunch of stone. Take all that and take all this. Because it can make it a little bit faster than we can. But we can also make some by hand too. No, wait. We produce that. think handcrafting speed initially is faster. Because unless they change the numbers, handcrafting is a ×1 multiplier, but I don't remember. Where's the actual machine? It's a ×0.25. So quarter speed. Whatever. Regardless, we need to make a bit more stone. So we can at least pretend that we refined ourselves. Hint, we never did. I think some of this is we need wood. Actually, why am I... Let's take all that out. I don't know what we need anymore. I think we might be getting close to the bricks we need, though. Yeah, that should do it. There we go. Now we can actually sort ourselves out. And to demonstrate what it does, yeah. Very, very important thing to note, because you can do this by accident, but it is also useful to do intentionally. You can hover over something and actually press the R key to rotate. Yeah, the accidental thing I did just there was, huh. Fine game. I'll do it manually. The accidental thing I did was let all the material go into the building, or so I thought. But I forgot it'll only stack to 1, I think, in that inventory slot in the burner miner. I don't know. Again, not paying much attention. Probably not a good thing, but on to bigger and better things. Okay, here we go. Sapphirite. And now if we throw some of that in there, if we get some crushed sapphirite and throw that in there. In this case, I'm going to rotate that. Throw that in there. Take that out, of course. Get that and rotate this back. And now it'll keep going. See, it's useful if you remember what you're doing. Okay. Now we got these 3 things. We got slag, which will be used much later. But you can get more out of that. We'll store it along with the stone for now, because it's going to take a while before we can reprocess this. But we get iron ore and copper ore. And I believe that iron and copper can go directly into like that and that. And this makes our processing much more efficient. But it also means that in the next episode we have to not only automate things, but actually make things a bit more centralized. So we'll be moving on from these burner mining drills Although I think you can actually... Okay, there's... I thought the mod was installed to shift buildings around, but I guess I didn't do that. I think... Is there... Do we have the ability to build... Hold on. Eventually I'll figure it out. I'll press all the keys and one of them will work. Okay, yeah, that actually works. And while that does work, it's the problem of burner mining drills really don't scale beyond just a handful. So we have to move on to drills that are either electrically powered or I think there's steam powered ones. We already got electric ones, so we'll just go with that unless I find steam. So we're going to go ahead and save this as... We're going to take off caps lock. Bob Angles Hell. That's pretty descriptive. That says all the mods that are installed. Got Bob's and Angels and Hell mod. And I said I would do this before I quit. This is the list of mods. Not gonna go through every single one. Actually, I can. I'm gonna open that. Missing thumbnail. But you can pause and read these at your own leisure. The petrochemical stuff is going to be... It's gonna be challenging, let's say that. Oh, good. It actually tells you what the hotkeys are for that. All right. I wish these wouldn't have these scroll bars. Okay, I'm just gonna set these at the top. We'll get more into what each one of these does anyway as we actually play the series. Farl, of course, because we do need to automate some of the rails. And there's a Hell mod and RSO. And, of course, with any mod pack, what is it really used for is a very useful thing to have. So, I think that covers everything for this first episode. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next episode. Goodbye for now.